Hello, everybody. I'm Hazel, and welcome back to 2064 Read Only Memories. Oh yeah, and that's Mowgli. Last time we left off, we were attacked in Hayden's office, and this guy over here says that he knows Hayden. I seem to be doing okay. Great. Talk to Medicomp. How are things, Medicomp? Everything is okay. Okay. I'll use Medicomp. You're a writer, not a doctor. Sit back down. Bed. Look. It's decently comfortable in spite of the coverings. Ugh. Use bed. The metal railing is cold to the touch. Cool. Look at Turing. Has Turing been sitting here by your side the entire time? Talk to Turing.
I'm glad you're okay.
Look at medical station. Some sort of medical device is hooked up to his chair. It seems to be running diagnostics on his status. Talk to medical station. Maybe Turing is more adept at speaking computer.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Use medical station. That's dangerous. Plus, he's sitting right there. Look at patient. Seems he's your roommate. Talk to patient.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar.
Oh?
Has anything happened to him?
Who are you?
Of course. I've not yet introduced myself.
Nope.
My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
Yeah, that doesn't mean much.
See, I don't bite.
Were you listening in on our
I
conversation?
hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can.
Oh. You said former CEO?
Yes. As I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take.
Oh?
The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire, dangerous, morally ambiguous fire, and well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive, we had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades.
Okay. How did you meet Hayden?
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the two companies first underwent the merger. At the time, He was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system.
LIPS used to belong to System 1. Okay.
He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
Do you know anything about Hayden's research?
His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing.
And she is Hazel. Yes, that is me.
Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself. Pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Oh, I really don't like this guy.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm really getting some creepy vibes. I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to be picking up on, or if I'm just assuming something that isn't there. Oh, it's hard to know.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight.
Let me ask about something else.
Of course. Ask away.
What are you doing here?
The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support run. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs.
Tomcat?
It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once, and my appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside.
Yeah. They put you here with me at your request so that you could try to get whatever information you could out of me about Hayden.
I don't think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did.
What do you want?
What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. Play the darling of the company, court prince and pauper alike. But right now, someone I grew very fond of is in great danger. I simply wish to see Hayden home again, safe.
How can you help?
I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, don't have much to offer until there's more information.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you can tell me? I'd like to help in any way I can. What did you find at Hayden's apartment?
The first time we went, nothing. But
Oh,
when
you're
we
so
went
trusting,
to
Turing.
extract his computer's data cache, the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over our walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted.
I mean, I think we said all of this out loud here, basically,
And now we're
anyway,
here,
so...
injured and losing our trail with each passing second. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
Turing, are you sure we can trust him?
I don't think we have any choice.
If I'm looking into this on my own, you might as well benefit from it. We both want the same thing, yes? It's up to us to seize opportunity when it appears.
Yeah, we both want to recover Hayden, but I think you want to recover Hayden for yourself.
I think I have a lead for you two that will prove most useful. You said you found human revolution slogans spray-painted on the walls?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that was just a cover-up by the cops, though.
I am acquaintances with the man leading the current human revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event.
How do you know this, You're involved with the human revolution? Is what I want to ask, actually, I think.
No, not in this lifetime. Even if I so desired, I don't think they would approve much of my work. While Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once, it was before he joined the human revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive, and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no caveman. After all, I'd likely be dead without the advanced technology that goes into this chair.
I'm very hesitant to bring Turing anywhere near anyone from the human revolution. How do you know this Brian Mulberry?
Well, when I exited Parallax, I sought out like-minded individuals. We worked together to prevent a full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, obviously. Come to think of it, that event might have been what prompted Brian to take a more radical stance against technology. But yes, our motivations aligned for one brief time, and I gained his respect from it. Hopefully, that can be useful for you.
I mean, from what I understand, the MeshNet is just like a cloud of data, and we have clouds. It is like a publicly accessible cloud, so I guess it's like a database, basically. And I guess there's not really much privacy, which seems like a separate issue from uploading things to the MeshNet, because there's not a lot of privacy. Just like now, except worse, probably, a little bit. So, yeah, it doesn't seem all that bad. It could be regulated to be better with privacy issues and just be like flat data that should be public, like Wikipedia articles and stuff. But without all the personal data of each person just being automatically uploaded to the meshnet. Yeah, so it's just a big pool of data that ROMs can access to do things. And since the ROMs aren't sentient, they're not going to learn sentience that way because they're not looking for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you guys have against deploying the meshnet cloud data thing unless you're into like, I mean, even like physical drives, you have to have those. Like they're not in every ROM, I guess, or not big ones. Maybe that's why, but they still have to be purchased to store all the data, so they're still going somewhere. I don't know. I guess I don't really need to know your motivations. Thank you for helping us out like this.
I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker.
Of course there's a Decker. Why wouldn't there be a Decker?
He will hand you one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I might be able to pass on to you. I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both.
Thanks. We should get going, Turing.
Ah, of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further.
Let's just get it from this hospital bed and just leave on our own.
I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology.
I still don't understand what happened. We both got knocked out and we're here. I would like to talk to the doctor and get more info.
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. Be in touch.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Fairlight. I'm sure you're not at all creepy.
Should I call downstairs to have you discharged?
Yes, please, let's go.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I really didn't want to do it. The game made me do it. The game made me do it. It's not my fault. I had to do it because the game told me to.
I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. Do you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine.
And I didn't have a choice in the matter because it's a game and it didn't give me a choice in the matter. Because that wasn't one of the choices that the developers thought I needed.
Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
No. No, it's fine.
Oh, great. The robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi, Turing. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that.
Especially people that I'm meeting with next. Yay! Yeah. Excited to meet with Human Revolution people with Turing in tow.
Especially the Human Revolution.
Yeah,
Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink.
Yep. I do. I bet that P sounds great on the audio.
What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you?
Oh, help us? Helping us would be good. I'm sorry about stealing your ID. I really didn't have a choice. If I had been a real person and not a video game character, I would have had a different choice. But I really didn't have a choice. Well, I mean, I could have stopped playing the game.
I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely.
Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't get in any trouble yet.
I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're right.
You noticed.
Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up.
Uh-huh. Only Hayden didn't show up and they let the cops in to deface the place.
Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
I'm pretty sure the cops just
And I suppose I won't be very useful as
They're
a
cops.
witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all.
Darn it all.
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
We care. Hi, we care? Is that what it says? And you come up and do a winky face?
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Okay, we care. Guy comes up. Wink.
Yeah, so stop messing around.
Okay.
There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are going to end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy.
Thanks.
And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please.
I'm sorry, Lexi. I'll be careful, I promise.
Yeah, I know. Just here.
Ooh, I got a zapper.
Take this. Use it if you have to.
Is this the same thing we got hit with?
It's not. This is a medium-range electrolaser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and it is legal to carry in Neo-SF without a license. The neural scrambler we were attacked with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. That's far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky.
Great.
I told you to get a weapon, but you didn't, so I picked it up on the way here. Be smart with it.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing.
Okay.
Back to the grind, I guess. See ya.
Good luck, Lexi. You too.
Thank you for your time, Detective Rivers.
I'm really glad that I didn't get you into trouble by stealing your ID.
You should talk to the receptionist and formally check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around.
Mm-hmm. Cleaning ROM. Look, a cute little cleaner ROM scrubbing the floors. Talk to cleaning ROM. This ROM isn't made for conversation. It just warbles at you. Use cleaning ROM. You pat the tiny ROM on the head. It bleeps cheerfully. Hassie vending machine. Look.
Look, they have a Hassie machine. I've read that a lot of people have switched over from their favorite colas and energy drinks to just Hassie. They have so much Hassie, including Mango Hassie, Hassie Light, Hassie Zero, Hassie Infinity, Salty Lassie Hassie, Berry Hassie, Super Large Hassie, and many more. I wish I could have a Hassie. I wonder how my neurotransmitters would attempt to simulate the taste for me. It's impressive how much Hassie gets consumed and how it quickly overtook all major sodas in just a few years.
Yeah, sounds like something I don't want to drink.
Is Hassie really that good? What? Of course it is. Hassie is always the best. I hate that jingle.
What's wrong, Turing?
I'm really confused.
Stay calm.
I feel as if I don't totally understand my relationship with this drink. I'm not sure why it's affecting me so.
You want to talk about it?
Yes, please. I thought I was in total control of my processes, but I seem to have some sort of pre-programmed affection for this sugary beverage. I've noticed it before in other ROMs. The inexplicable desire to vouch for and promote Hassie to anyone who ever sees it or hears about it.
Uh-huh.
Could it be that all ROMs have an affinity for Hassie pre-built on our core Lips OS?
Yep.
I could try removing that without messing up my core systems. Should I?
Yeah, get rid of that bloatware.
I agree. I don't want to not be in control of any part of myself. Ready? Huh.
Hassie?
No, thank you. Oh, yes, it worked! Thank you for helping me through this.
You're welcome.
No, thank you.
If you want a Hassie, you have to pay using Lips Pay, linked to your ID card. So I have to... You know, I've been complaining about how I'm poor. Whoops. Let's back. No, I didn't want to drink it. No, I just wanted to have it. Look. You're reminded of your much less healthy plant at home. Mysterious man, resting woman, desk. Look at desk.
The sign here says Chinese hospital. Bear in mind that we're still in Neo-SF.
Look. The screen showing hospital information and city updates. Okay. Let's talk to this. These reception ROMs are here to help check people in and answer questions about guests who stay here. Use receptionist ROM. Stop. You aren't sterile. Talk.
Patient,
Hazel.
my records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma. You should currently be in your assigned bed resting. While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately.
Just run the paperwork for my release.
I must insist that you remain for treatment. A doctor has not determined the full extent of your injuries, and you may have lasting damage to your nervous system.
I insist.
Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will, patient. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits.
What was that middle part?
Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately. And do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again.
Thanks.
Before we leave, we should look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Leon Decker.
Yeah. Look at resting woman. Sitting around and waiting in a hospital is no one's favorite pastime. Talk. I'm waiting here for my husband. Look. A young man stands alone in a casual pose. Talk.
Hello. The name's Leon Decker. It's a pleasure to meet you.
That's Leon Decker.
Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here.
Is this going to track me?
Thanks for taking your time with him. He really gets in one of his moods when the chair's getting fixed. The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deeper than their thoughts.
Okay. I just noticed that we're past the 30-minute mark, and so we're going to end here and talk to Leon Decker some more next time. So I hope you enjoyed all of my ramblings and clicking on Hassie a bunch. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!